Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so, after 2 episodes of absolute chaos, a village massacre, modern military attacking ancient Japan, a sister who isn't a sister, guardian demons awakening, Episode 3 of Demons of the Shadow Realm does something that honestly caught me off guard. It slows down. It breathes. It lets you sit with Yuru, this boy who just had his entire world torn apart, as he steps into the modern world for the very first time. And it uses that quieter energy to drop some of the most important lore reveals the show has given us yet. Episode 3 is titled Dera and Hana. It aired April 18th, and reviewers are already calling it the episode where Demons of the Shadow Realm stops feeling like an exciting premise and starts feeling like a genuinely deep, layered story. The comedy is real. The mystery gets deeper. The world gets bigger. And a certain encounter on the road to the city hints that this story is about so much more than 2 separated siblings that let's break it all down. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you're back. Let's go. Episode 1. Yuru's peaceful mountain village was attacked by a modern military force. The magical barrier protecting it shattered. Helicopters. Guns. Soldiers. A girl named Gabby using a terrifying demon to tear through villagers. And the mid-episode reveal that the world outside the village is the modern present day. Yuru had been living in a medieval bubble his whole life. Then, the gut punch. The Asa he grew up with was revealed to be an imposter. The real Asa appeared with the attackers. Cold, powerful, unknown. Episode 2. Yuru's demons right and left awakened and named him as their master. He fought Gabby and confronted the truth that the Asa he knew was fabricated by the village to keep him contained. The real Asa confirmed their blood connection. Dera, the traitor who had been visiting the village, convinced Yuru to escape down the mountain. And as they fled, Yuru saw his first car. His reaction? Pure terror. And that's where Episode 3 picks up. Episode 3 opens with our group, Yuru, Dera, and Hana, Dera's colleague who is driving the car, heading away from the mountain and toward the city. Left and right are with them. And right and left's solution to the car problem? They ride on the roof. Because getting inside a 4-wheeled metal machine that moves at terrifying speeds is apparently not something ancient guardian lion demons are willing to do without serious convincing. The image of 2 powerful supernatural beings sitting on the roof of a moving car, like extremely oversized pets, is genuinely one of the funniest visuals the show has produced so far. But the real comedy comes from Yuru himself as he's introduced to the modern world piece by piece. He sees modern clothes for the first time. He's completely baffled. He grew up in a village where everyone wore traditional Japanese garments. The concept of modern casual clothing is completely alien to him. And then, someone offers him a rice ball. Pre-made, wrapped in plastic. Just rice, ready to eat, with no effort required. And Yuru loses his mind. He has hunted animals his entire life to survive. He has worked for every meal he's ever eaten. The concept of food that just exists, already prepared, that you can pick up and consume immediately. It breaks something in his brain in the best possible way. His reaction to a convenience store rice ball is more emotionally overwhelming to him than the demon battle he just survived. And what makes this sequence so good, and what reviewers keep pointing out, is that the comedy never feels cheap or dismissive of what Yuru is going through. Every moment of him being overwhelmed by the modern world is also a reminder of how completely and deliberately isolated his entire life was. The village wasn't just a home. It was a carefully constructed bubble designed to keep him ignorant of everything. Every reaction of confusion and wonder is also evidence of the scale of the deception. It's funny and heartbreaking at the same time, which is very Arakawa. Once Yuru has processed the rice ball situation, he gets to work. He sits down with right and left and starts asking questions, directly and methodically. Because even if the world around him has turned completely upside down, Yuru's mind still works like a hunter. He needs information. He needs to understand what he's actually dealing with. What did right and left know about his parents? About Asa? About the village? And their answers are honest and limited. Right and left explain that they were guardians of the village entrance. They saw people come and go. They did not know the details of the political situation or the wider conspiracy. But they tell Yuru one thing that hits him very hard. They saw his parents leave the village years ago, taking his sister Asa with them when both children were still young. Yuru was left behind. Asa was taken. And even then, In all the years right and left stood watch at the entrance, Asa was never allowed to come back inside. Think about what that means. While Yuru was inside the village, living what he thought was a normal life with a sister he loved, the real Asa was outside, growing up in the modern world, living through things Yuru can't even imagine yet, and she was never allowed to come back to him. That asymmetry between the twins, Yuru sheltered and ignorant inside the bubble, Asa exposed and hardened in the world outside, explains everything about the contrast we've already seen between them. Yuru is raw and instinctive. Asa is calculated and aware. They've had completely different lives, and it wasn't by accident. The episode also starts pulling back the curtain on Dera and Hana, and what it reveals makes them significantly more complicated than they've appeared so far. Both Dera and Hana come from families who have served the village from the outside for generations. Their family's purpose, passed down from parent to child, was simple: deliver goods to the village and keep the twins protected at all costs. But here's the thing that matters. Neither Dera nor Hana actually knows the full picture. They know their duty. They know their role. But the deeper reasons, why the twins need protecting, who is truly behind the village, what the ultimate goal is, they don't know. They're loyal operators who have inherited a mission without a complete briefing, which means that even the people who are nominally on Yuru's side and helping him right now are operating with incomplete information. They can't give him the answers he needs because they don't have them. And Yuru is smart enough to realize this. He doesn't fully trust Dera and Hana. He can't. They were connected to the system that deceived him his whole life, even if their individual intentions seem genuine. Right and left are the only ones he can actually rely on, because they answer directly to him by contract and have no hidden agenda beyond protecting their master. This undercurrent of even your allies might be working for something bigger that you don't understand is classic Arakawa tension, and it gives every scene between Yuru and his traveling companions a slight edge of unease. And now, the lore drop that elevates the entire episode. During the car journey, Rod explains something about Yuru and Asa's nature that suddenly makes the stakes crystal clear. There is a specific type of twin born in this world, called the twins who sunder day and night. It is an extraordinarily rare occurrence. The last time it happened was approximately 400 years ago, and when it did, the results were catastrophic. The power carried by these twins was so immense, so destabilizing, that their very existence caused factions across Japan to go to war with each other over the right to control that power. Multiple crises followed. The world was thrown into chaos. Yuru and Asa are those twins. That is what they are. That is why everything has been happening to them. The village wasn't just a lie. It was a containment facility, specifically designed to keep one of the most powerful pairs of humans ever born from being discovered, used, or destroyed before the time was right. And now the barrier is gone. The containment has failed. Every faction in this world that knows what the twins represent, and apparently there are many, is now either hunting them or trying to use them. This is the moment where Demons of the Shadow Realm stops being a story about a boy whose village got attacked and becomes a story about a boy who is one half of a prophesied force capable of reshaping the entire world. The scale just jumped dramatically. And then, the encounter that ends the episode and leaves you with more questions than ever. While Hana is driving them toward the city, a figure appears on the road. Not in a car, not on foot, on horseback. A beautiful woman on a white horse, radiating an energy that is completely different from anything we've seen in this show so far. The moment Dera and Hana see her, they completely lose their composure. Whatever composure they had gone. Because this is not a demon. This is not a soldier. This is not any ordinary supernatural being. Right identifies her, Ashura-sama. She is described as a true god. Not a demon. Not a guardian. A genuine divine entity. She knows right and left. Apparently, she hasn't seen them since they were last outside the village, which was 400 years ago, the last time the day and night twins existed. She looks at Yuru. She learns that he is one of the twins who sunder day and night. And her response, before riding off into the distance? That won't be easy. That's it. No explanation. No guidance. Just 4 words and she's gone. And those 4 words land like a warning about everything that's coming. So that is Demons of the Shadow Realm Episode 3, Dera and Hana. And this is the episode that made me go from excited about this show to genuinely invested in it. Episodes 1 and 2 delivered shock and spectacle. Episode 3 delivers something more important, depth. The lore about the day and night twins recontextualizes everything we've seen. Yuru's confusion and wonder about the modern world hits differently when you understand how deliberate his isolation was. Dera and Hana's incomplete knowledge makes the supporting cast feel grounded and real. And Ashura-sama's brief appearance opens up a layer of the world, divine beings, god-tier entities, a supernatural order above demons, that makes the scope of this story feel genuinely vast. The tonal shift from the chaos of episodes 1 and 2 to the quieter, more reflective pace of episode 3 works. It gives the story room to breathe. And the comedy of Yuru versus the modern world never lets the episode get too heavy while still making every fish out of water moment land with emotional weight. Arakawa is building something special here. And we are only 3 episodes in. And that is your complete breakdown of Demons of the Shadow Realm. Episode 3, Dera and Hana. Right and left riding on the roof of a car. Yuru completely losing his mind over a rice ball. The reveal that the last day and night twins caused a national catastrophe 400 years ago. Dera and Hana knowing their duty, but not the full truth. And Ashura-sama, an actual god, showing up on horseback, hearing Yuru's name, and saying that won't be easy before riding off into the distance. This show, I need to hear from you in the comments right now. What did you think of the Ashura-sama reveal? Do you think Dera and Hana are truly on Yuru's side? Or is there loyalty to something bigger that could conflict with his interests? And how do you think the next encounter between Yuru and Asa is going to go given how differently they've lived their lives? Drop your theories. This is one of those shows where theorizing is half the fun. If this breakdown helped you, a like genuinely helps this channel reach more Demons fans. It only takes a second. And if you want every single episode of this season covered right here, subscribe and hit the bell. We are not missing a single moment of this one. See you next week. Until then, watch your shadows.
Yeah.